is a pop-up right for you. Hey, welcome to Two Camping Gurus. If you like camping in the great outdoors, you are in the right place. Alright, welcome back, and that's right, we are looking at pop-ups today. So we are going to hit the road and do another field trip. Alright, now this particular place we're going has an indoor showroom, which is fantastic because it's winter time here in Maine. And so we're going to take you inside and take a look at, I think, 3, maybe 4 pop-up, different versions, different sizes, so you can kind of take a look. And then when we come back, I'm going to talk to you about some pros and cons of pop-ups. So let's just get right to it, and let's go take a look at these pop-ups.
They do make them pretty innovative, though. This one here, check this one out for a pop-up. Because it has a pop out at the table, you know. So this is pretty neat.
Way more space.
Yeah, and this really increases your space. You know, for a pop-up, it's not bad. I mean, not really interested in it. Again, I don't want to have to deal with the sides, and these things deteriorate over time. Oh, I really didn't look at the pricing. Yeah, 16.
The same price as the Sportsman.
Huh. Now, the one thing with these, you could pull this with our Saturn, you know. So there is that benefit. You know, because when it's all folded up, it's only that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the brand they carry. Yeah, again, another pop-up. They're all about the same style. Alright, let's head around the other way. And then you have just a pop-up, which I'm really not interested in a pop-up. There's no bathroom in here. It might be one of these things that pull out and you sit on, but that's about it.
Alright, well, I hope you liked that video. You know, looking at different pop-ups of different styles, and there's that one that's got that nice little slide out, which made it like a little pop-out tent as well for the dinette. It's amazing what they do with pop-ups. And this may be just the right camper for you. It all depends on what you're doing. Now, if you're looking at going full-time in an RV, this is not probably the right camper for you unless you're in the south and warm weather all the time. Yeah, for several reasons. Let's take a look at reasons why these are good or bad campers. If you are a weekend camper and you're going for short trips here and there, this thing is fantastic, you know, because you can set it up quickly, take them down pretty quickly. They don't take up a lot of space in your yard. They can be parked in a garage because they're dropped down, so it keeps them out of the weather in the winter. So these are all pros. Another pro, you can be towed by very lightweight vehicles, so they don't weigh a lot. But yet, with that tent and the way they're designed, you end up with a pretty good sized living area. So, you know, if you have kids, these are fantastic because they have the big beds that fold out on both ends. Sometimes they have them on the sides. So there's a lot of pros in that way. Think of it this way. If you are a tent camper and you want a little bit more luxury, or actually quite a bit more luxury, a pop-up might be just right for you. Because as you saw, they got like little kitchenettes, little refrigerators, stoves, things like that, little couch dinette area, all in a shell that then opens up and becomes like a tent, really. So you get the space of a large tent, but the security of a solid roof, a solid base with, you know, living stuff that you can survive in, live in, kitchen, you know, these type of things, a little bathroom, that type of stuff. Now, some of these small units don't have bathrooms. I think all of these ones did, but there are some small pop-ups that don't have a facility for that. But those are some pros, you know. These are great units for lots of different things, depending on what you are trying to do. Some cons would be they are terrible for climate control. Again, it's a tent. They're not well insulated. It's just tent material. So if it's hot outside, it's going to be even hotter in here. Now they do have the windows or the screens that open up, so you can get some pretty good airflow, so that's good. But if it's cold out, they're going to be cold inside. They don't heat well. Once again, it's a tent. It's not designed for extreme climates one way or the other. Another issue that, you know, I know they've come a long way in this material, in this fabric, but that stuff breaks down over time. and sometimes they need to be replaced. Now they do last a long time today. The material is great and it should last the lifetime of the unit, but you do have that risk factor of rips and tears. You know, when you're putting them out in the poles in place, you have that to deal with. The privacy level is extremely low on these because, again, it's tent material. There's no insulated walls, so that's another con. So, you know, these are things to consider. You know, really, there's no right or wrong unit. It's what's right for you, you know. It may or may not be this case. You may want to step up a notch to a hybrid that's a more of a solid unit with a pop-out bedroom for a tent. But anyway, I really like what they've done with pop-ups. There's lots of great choices out there for you. I encourage you to get out there, go inside of them, look at them for yourself, sit on the seats, you know, move around them, see what the spacing like, so you can make an educated decision. Anyway, I appreciate you staying this long. Please, I want you to do a few things for me. One, you know, take a second, hit that like button. I hope you liked it. Leave a comment what you liked about the video. If you didn't like, hit that dislike. The button's there. Hope I don't get a lot of those, but I'd rather you be honest. Tell me what you think I can do better to bring this content to you, to give you the information that you really want. Another thing I want you to do is share this video. These might not be the right units for you, but they might be for somebody else. And we can get this information out there for everybody. They can make an educated decision and make sure they're picking up the right unit for their camping needs. Now, another thing I want you to do is subscribe to my channel. Please do that. It helps me out, and the more subscribers you get, the more better content I can bring to you, and as well as you're not going to miss any video. Right now we are currently releasing a video every single day. So we got content of all kinds, all related to camping type stuff. Alright? Now, last but not least, I want you to have a great time when you go camping. And one way I'm going to help you do that is offer you a free ebook and checklist. It's absolutely free. Click on the link down here in the description. It's pretripchecklist.gr8.com. Click on that. It's going to take you over there. It's going to help you, give you the tools you need to make sure you're ready and your camper is ready to hit the road, have a great time. So as always, have a good day and happy camping.